night, so he wants to conserve as much energy as possible. However, the way that this match has started out, as Michael continues to weather the fist, and that has stopped it. Michael Paciorek is gone, and the match is stopped. Danielson out of Rio de Janeiro has tapped out. He had had enough. 4 minutes, 45 seconds was the length of this match. 4 minutes, 45 seconds, and Danielson had said, that's enough punishment for me. But a great move from the fact that when the fighters went outside the ring, when they went outside, Michael was underneath at a disadvantage. He comes out, standing up, finds the advantage in his second attempt.
That's right, Ned. He used up his liability and it worked for him. He got back outside. He gave Danielson one good shot. He climbed up top and started pounding away, and that's what he said he was going to do in his interview with me earlier.
Michael the Assassin Paciorek wins this fight, but for the official word, let's go to ring announcer Charlie Anzalone.
The time of the bout was 4 minutes and 45 seconds. The corner throws in the towel, and the winner advancing to the semifinals in the first bracket of the World Vale Tudo Championships from Huntington Beach, California, Michael the Assassin Paciorek.
All right, let's take one more look at the punishment that Michael Paciorek started dishing out to Danielson right before he taps out and said, I had had enough. All right, Howard Petzler is alongside to grab Michael and get his comments about this match that went 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Howard?
Big boost that he took the Brazilian out in this round. I think he was really worried about the guys where they have a lot of experience. I think that's going to be an advantage for him myself.
John, you have to like the way that once he was at the disadvantage, the fighters go outside the ring, the referee decides to put him back, standing up inside the ring, and then right away Michael Paciorek says, hey, I got new life, I got to do something about it.
That's right, that's very good. And I'm very impressed with Michael, because from what I've seen from the interviews, I thought that he would go right in with his head down, but no, he took the time to see the openings before going in.
All right, the World Vale Tudo Championship continues. Already we have 2 fights in the books. The winners of those will fight later on, but we have 2 more to go in this first round of the World Vale Tudo Championship, and the fighters continue to come out, show exactly their different style. And right now, our next fighter is David Hood. He is from Lowell, Massachusetts. He is 25 years old, 5'11", 200 pounds. He is of the camp of Jeet Kune Do, a man that certainly wants to find out exactly what he has to show here in this World Vale Tudo Championship. He was Joe's pick at the beginning of tonight to take the entire tournament. He has 73 no-holds fights. He's 72-1. Most of those fights, by the way, came by knockout. So David Hood is a man that knows a lot about this type of style of fighting. His opponent is from Pennsylvania and is a 5th grade school teacher. In fact, many of his students do not even know he's here in Tokyo, Japan, fighting in the World Vale Tudo Championship. He is 6-0 as a kickboxer, but this is first anything goes fight. He is Todd Butler, an Okinawan karate is his style of fighting. He's 6'1", 200 pounds, so the only advantage that any of these fighters have is the fact that Todd Butler stands about 2 inches taller than David Hood. And Joe, right away, you liked Hood coming into this tournament.
Well, I like David a lot because he has a lot of ground experience. Todd's pretty good on his feet. He's a very good kickboxer. But as you see, you have to be a little bit more rounded than just kickbox for these matches.
All right, to introduce the fighters officially, let's go to our ring announcer, Charlie Anzalone.
It's time now to continue the quarterfinals of the World Vale Tudo Championships. One of these young men will advance to the semifinals of tonight's championship fighting, and there's going to be a lot more good fights to come. And right now, fighting out of the blue corner, He's a practitioner of the art of Jeet Kune Do. He is 25 years old. He is a freestyle fighter with a freestyle fighting record of 72 wins, 1 defeat. He weighed tonight at 200 pounds from Boston, Massachusetts, David, the Boston Strangler Hood. And his opponent, fighting to my right out of the blue corner, he is a black belt in Okinawan Karate. He is 31 years old. He is 3-0 in kickboxing, 3-0 in Muay Thai. Weighing in tonight also at 200 pounds from Kerwinville, Pennsylvania, welcome Todd Butler.
Again, two guys that will go right to the action right away. John, how do you see this match starting out?
Well, now that I know that David Hood is a well-rounded fighter, I'll have to go for him.
All right, David Hood against Todd Butler. Again, keep in mind that David Hood was one of the selections for the one that Joe thought would take this tournament as the fight is underway. The kickboxer, Todd Butler, looking to get this started, trying to size up his opponent. David Hood comes up almost straight up and down. The advantage right now as they try to size each other up, Joe.
They're just feeling each other out. Basic, typical round the kickboxers like to do. David just sort of feeling them out. Todd's feeling each other out. We'll see what happens.
Todd, the aggressor right now, as he goes with some strikes to the leg. Now he has David trying to look for a hold. David counters with a knee to the gut, trying to find some kind of striking distance, but now Todd has him up against the ring ropes. Again, trying to find some kind of advantage. Both fighters going at it in similar styles. I'm surprised, Jean.
Exactly. They seem like two strikers trying to, get in some shots, but at the same time holding the other guy. So it's offense-defense mode.
Todd has David a little bit off balance in that he has him up on just 1 foot, but David looking like he's just trying to find the right move to sink on his opponent.
Yeah, right now David's just taking it very calm. He's just letting Todd do his thing. He looks like he's trying to get him in the guillotine. We'll see if he can get him with the guillotine.
All right, so right now it is, keep in mind, David Hood up against the ropes. Todd Butler with his head into the arm of David Hood. They're trying to make the sweep of the leg, trying to get him off balance, trying to bring him to the mat. His Hood tries to go with the back of the elbow to the back of the head of his opponent, Todd Butler. Butler continues to have him up against the turnbuckle, trying to find some way to get some advantage going in this fight. And now David Hood starts to wail away with the fist to the back of Todd Butler's head, Joe.
That's right, because Todd is, by staying a little low, he's not seeing much, so he can't really work some good shots.
Some great action already in this fight. However, it is all seemingly in one area as Todd Butler has David Hood up against the turnbuckles, trying to now throw him to the mat, trying to get him off balance. As I think Todd would like to see a little bit more of his grappling style against David Hood. There, he takes him to the mat. Now he has him on his back, and now Todd Butler is the man that has David Hood on his back. Sure.
Yeah, right now David has got Todd in the guard. We'll now see the experience that Todd has. If he can pass his guard, he might have a chance. But right now, David's in a very good position.
It is Todd Butler seemingly in control of this bout right now as he has David Hood on his back right now. Jean trying to find some kind of advantage where he can start striking and start softening up his opponent.
That's right, and since Butler is a striker, he would really like to have his arms free so he can hit him. But Todd Butler is actually, David Hood is holding on, so Todd's not hitting.
Todd Butler again is the man on top, but David Hood on the bottom, trying to find some kind of advantage and trying to get, as you see, there's some heels to the back of Todd Butler's back. I just think some headbutts, some striking going on, but both fighters still trying to find some kind of advantage and trying to find some way to get this fight over with, because keep in mind they have to fight later. Already we're into 3.5 minutes into the match.
Yeah, right now David has to do some moving here. He doesn't want to waste too much time, and Todd himself, he doesn't want to stay there. They got a long night ahead of them. They have to end this match. They don't want to spend too much time on the canvas.
So again, there is a 30-minute time limit, but these fighters don't want to go that long, because keep in mind, if they win, they have another match to go, and then if they win that, one other one to go for the championship. So these are guys that want to get this early match over quickly as David Hood continues to be on his back on the mat. A headbutt by Todd Butler as this entire Tokyo Bay HK Hall has gone quiet as they watch both these fighters try to work their style and try to find an advantage to end this bout.
And the fighters really have to be careful with those overhead punches to the top of the skull, because that'll damage your hand. So they really have to think, they have some other fights coming in.
Todd Butler right now with the advantage. David Hood trying to get out from underneath the hold that Todd Butler has him in. Both fighters doing some work on the other ones. I see David Hood trying to get his fist to the neck. Does that do much damage?
At this point, he's not doing any damage at all here. He's got to either reverse him and mount or keep pounding on his back with those heels.
There, a little freedom as some striking goes on between both fighters. But again, this match continues to draw on. Keep in mind, the winner of this bout must fight later on. So the longer this bout goes, the more tired, the less energy he'll have for the next one as we are entering the 5-minute mark of this match.
This could be a problem for Todd. Dave's putting him in an armbar. This could be it.
He got out, now he starts to strike.
Shots.
Some striking going on as David Hood from underneath lands some blows to the head of Todd Butler as they continue to find some kind of advantage. Some heel strikes to the back by Hood on Butler. Butler continues to have him tie it up, though, to where those strikes do not come from very far and thus do not have much force behind them. Oh, that was a good shot, though, to the cheek of Todd Butler by David Hood.
Those strikes that David's given him in the back are right on the kidneys. And even though they don't seem too much, if you do 10, 15, 20 of those, they're going to cause some damage in a while here.
Again, David Hood trying to find some kind of advantage. Both fighters now wailing away at each other's face, trying to wear the other one out. And this is one match that I know both of these guys want to get over quickly. And this silence here in the Tokyo Bay HK Hall is incredible, as all these people around here are so in tune to the skill level of these fighters and what they're trying to do.
That's right. The Japanese audience is very respectful of the fighters and will not react thinking that they might deconcentrate the fighters.
Oh, a headbutt by Todd Butler as he gets some kind of force as David Hood continues to wail away whenever he gets a free hand to the side, the back, whatever he can do with his fist. And although it doesn't look like right now he has much force behind those blows, Joe.
That's right. He has to get a little bit more leverage. At this point, the strikes don't really do too much at this point. He has to, this is where you do a lot of submission. You can do a lot of sweeps. And there's a good chance he could mount. He gave him a good couple of shots right there, but those didn't really hurt too much.
John, you're looking at these two guys. At what point do you try to make some kind of look for a submission hold instead of trying to win with a knockout?
Well, being a striker myself, I definitely try to go for a knockout, but in this position, it's really hard to get a good strike in. But definitely, I think that the choke.
Todd Butler has David Hood looking in a very serious position as he has one arm around the neck, but has yet to be able to put that chokehold on him, Joe.
Right, at this point, Todd doesn't have anything. He's got to, he has to get out of that guard. The guard's the best possibility for David right now, and he's controlling a match from here on.
Keep in mind, Todd Butler is a 5th grade teacher from Pennsylvania. He's here doing his best in Okinawan karate. He is 6-0 as a kickboxer, but this is his first anything-goes fight. He's going up against David Hood from Lowell, Massachusetts, the Boston area. And David stands in at 5'11", 200 pounds. Todd Butler, 6'1", 200 pounds, so very similar in size. Both fighters use their entire body, their entire repertoire, whether it be striking or grappling, once looking for some kind of advantage to end this fight. A fight that, by the way, has gone over the 8-minute mark at this point.
David Hood's doing exactly what he has to do. He just keeps pounding the back. That's what he has to continuously do, just keep pounding his kidneys over and over.
But how much now energy is being expended to where now later on in this tournament, regardless of who wins, is going to be more tired than some of these other fighters. In fact, they're trying to end their fights much quicker than this one is.
Yeah, for sure. I think that they should, conserve their energy for later fights and not give as many blows as they're doing now.
Both fighters, again,